Now, NATO foreign ministers are meeting in Brussels this week to discuss the war in Ukraine. But also on the agenda is Sweden's bid to join the military alliance. DW's William Glucroft has more now on what has held up the Nordic nations' membership.
NATO foreign ministers were hoping to show unity at their meeting in Brussels and celebrate the accession of its newest member, Sweden. But that is unlikely to happen. Now, Sweden and Finland applied to join the alliance after Russia invaded Ukraine last year. This marked the end of decades of neutrality for the two Nordic countries. Now, new membership requires unanimous approval from existing NATO members, and Turkey and Hungary objected. It took Finland about a year to make it into the alliance. Sweden, however, is still waiting, mainly because of Turkey. Turkey's president, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, dropped his opposition in the summer after Sweden addressed his concerns about Kurdish groups that Turkey considers terrorists. The United States sweetened the deal by agreeing to sell Turkey more F-16 jets. Now the Turkish parliament has to have its says, first in the Foreign Affairs Commission and then a full vote. If passed, Erdogan can sign the bill greenlighting Sweden's membership, but all of that could take a few weeks. Meanwhile, Sweden's Prime Minister, Ulf Kristersson, has said that his country has upheld its side of the deal and wants into NATO. But Sweden will remain just a special guest at the Brussels meeting this week. Without the approval from Turkey and also Hungary, Sweden is neither neutral nor covered by NATO's Common Defense Pact. NATO, for its part, says it's eager to add Sweden's sizable military capabilities. Like its neighbor Finland, Sweden is in a strategically sensitive part of the world, close to Russia. Despite the delay, both sides say integration will be swift once it happens. Sweden has partnered with NATO since the end of the Cold War, making its full membership mostly a formality.
That was DW's William Glucroft reporting there. And we can get more from Alexandra von Namen, who's our Brussels bureau chief and is following events at NATO headquarters for us. Hi, Alexandra. So we are seeing Sweden still stuck in the NATO waiting room, so to speak. Do you think that there's any chance of a breakthrough happening at this summit?
Well, I think it seems quite unlikely that we are going to see any breakthrough here in Brussels, Anya. And I've been talking to many diplomats, and they told me that they are very disappointed and frustrated over Turkey's blockade. You just need to imagine that it was actually planned that during this meeting of NATO foreign ministers, Sweden will be welcome as a new member of the alliance, and that its flag will be raised alongside those or all the other NATO members. This is not going to happen, and many here are, as I said, frustrated, and we are hearing sentences like that needs to happen now. Turkey needs to deliver. Sweden has already done everything that was demanded. And the hope is at least that after Turkish President Erdogan submitted the necessary papers to the Turkish parliament, that the committee in charge will tomorrow or today even greenlight this request, and then the parliament will deal with that. But it's still going to take a couple of days, and for this time Sweden will be staying in NATO waiting room.
OK, so no Swedish flag, at least today. What else is going to be on the agenda at the NATO foreign ministers meeting?
Well, Ukraine will be, of course, at the top of the agenda of NATO foreign ministers. They will speak about what is needed right now to be delivered to Ukraine to make sure that the country will survive the upcoming winter. And we are already seeing that Russia is intensifying its missile and drone attacks on Ukraine's civilian and energy infrastructure. The ministers here will also speak about China and the challenges China is posing to the alliance. They will also speak about rising tensions in the Western Balkans. And, of course, you will not be surprised about that they will talk about the need to increase defense spending.
Our Brussels Bureau Chief, Alexandra von Namen, thank you so much for that update.